Hey guys, it's Dave from Rerides EV, and I've got another update on the Frontier. So it's been a couple weeks since I made my last video. A lot of updates. A lot of it's inside. Tore apart the dash, and you can see I removed the heat exchange unit, which was way back there. Way back in the corner, and what you can't see, I guess you can kind of see it, is some of the cabling for the wire harness that I also ran back where the original wire harness went through the firewall and then underneath the center console. Underneath you can see we've got the Resolve EV plugs, and back behind the wiring is the Resolve MCU, 10mm bolt back into the original bolt hole for the original ECU, and we're looking good there. I think I'm gonna mount the Resolve screen over on this side. Looks pretty good there, and my local high school robotics team does some 3D CAD and printing, so I think I'm gonna give them a little business for fundraising, get that scanned and printed over there. Big news on the motor. I do have the motor in a good spot, which means the transmission is now in its original location, so I can get all the drive shafts back together, and that'll be nice. I did that by removing the power distribution module from the rest of the stack. So the rest of the stack has gone back. Yes, those are ratchet straps. The motor is sitting on a piece of wood to make sure I've got some clearance, but I'll be going for some motor mounts here, probably in the original location, with a 90-degree plate running from where the AC was bolted, and then get the angle there. I think it's 45 degrees. But in other news, on the other side, that stock motor mount is going to come pretty flush to where the motor mount was on this side. So what that means is I may just need a plate and that'll bolt up on that side. Otherwise, everything's looking good. Last big piece is the battery cable. I had an old leaf cable. I actually cut it in half and ran extension, so now that runs all the way back right now to where the battery is sitting on the ground. But where the battery box will be, that's got the length. Now to do this, these cables, the extended cables that I used, were 2/0 gauge, and I wrapped them in aluminum foil to try and maintain the electromagnetic protection that the original cable has. We'll see how that goes. I did not do a lot of research on that. I just knew to get the Faraday cage kind of thing going around those HV cables needed conductive material all the way around them. And that's where we are on the build. It's really close. Double checking the wiring because I know I missed the ground wire, and then probably the other, so I'm going to do continuity checks while the wiring now is in place, make sure I didn't break anything as I was dragging it through the firewall. And the HV cable's hooked up, the charging cables are hooked up. Just need to get a real mount for the power distribution module and figure out exactly where that's going to fit, and I'm going to call phase 1 complete. Yeah, I'm going to try and do phases, so you'll see as they come along how the phases work.